coming and watching Mrs Brownlie today. Today I've decided I am going to become a phonics detective. But to become a phonics detective, I need a spyglass. So I'm going to make one before we do anything. So to do this, I've got a piece of card. I've chosen an old cereal packet and I'm going to draw around a cup to make 2 circles. So there's circle number 1 and there's circle number 2. Okay, now to make my spyglass even better, I need to be able to see through the circles I've just drawn. I'm going to turn my cup up the other way around. I'm going to place it inside my circle, trying to get it in the middle, and I'm going to draw around my cup again, using the bottom of the cup this time, because that gives me a smaller circle. There we go, round we go. Okay, I'm going to put my cup to one side, my pencil, and the next thing I need to do is cut it out using some scissors. Now be very careful with scissors, because remember, scissors are sharp. You carry them with the pointy end down. You might need some help to do your cutting, but have a go first yourself and see what you can do. I'm going to cut around my circles like this, really carefully, following the line around. Now Mrs Brownlie's got some she prepared earlier, so I'm going to use those ones, because then it will be a little bit quicker and we can get on to the fun stuff. And put my card to one side, my scissors safely to one side. Okay, here's one of my circles, here's the other circle, but I saved cutting the middle part out so I could show you a really easy way to do that. If you fold the card in half, like this, and then make, very carefully using your scissors, make a snip in the middle, like this. Okay, carefully opening it up, cut. Get your scissors through the hole, cut carefully to the edge, turning around when you get to your blue line or whatever colour you used to cut around the edge of your circle. Here we go, nearly there, all the way around, snip. There's the middle, and this is what I'm left with. Okay, so now I've got 2 circles, like googly eyes. I'm going to put those down in the middle. Now, the spyglass has a piece of glass in the middle. Now, we're not going to use glass. You could stick your 2 circles together and have an empty hole, like this. Or you could find a piece of cellophane, piece of cling film. Mrs Brownlie's found a packet from some serviettes, and I've used that. I've used my cup again, and I drew round my cup to make a circle, and then I carefully, see the green line I made, there it is, cut a piece of cellophane out. And what I'm going to do next, stick that on the inside. Now Mrs Brownlie's got some writing on her card, so when I stick my cellophane piece down, I'm going to put my glue on the writing side, carefully going round the outside. Put my cellophane in the middle, sticking it down. Okay, then I'm going to need some more glue. Oh, wrong side, Mrs Brownlie. More glue on that side. Round it goes. And I'm going to get that circle and stick it over the top to make my spyglass. Okay, there we go. Now I've got one eye with my spyglass in the middle. Okay, bit of a problem though. Not sure the detective would want his spyglass like that. What's missing? The handle. So to make my handle, I'm just going to cut a straight piece of card all the way down, minding your fingers again. Okay, snip. There it is. Handle. Okay, I'm going to stick this on with a piece of sellotape to hold it in place. Put a little bit on that side, fold over any edges to keep it extra secure and in place. I'm going to put a little piece of sellotape on the other side as well. There we go. Okay, so now I have it one spyglass. Ooh, I can see all sorts of things with this. So I've got my spyglass to be a detective. I'm going to put my hat on. Detective's hat. On it goes. You might have a hat at home that you might like to put on when you want to be a detective. And now with my hat on, my spyglass. Oh, make sure you put your lid on your glue so it doesn't dry out. I'm ready to be a detective. Now I'm going to be a phonics detective. So, if I'm going to be a phonics detective, I need some phonemes. Where am I going to find phonemes? I'm going to find phonemes in some books or in some writing. Now, Mrs Brownlie has written out some sentences that she's going to read to be the phoneme detective. You might like to choose a book that you've got at home. Now, I would suggest that you choose a book that's phonetically decodable, okay? And you'll be able to find lots of those on your book club if you log in. You might even have some of those books at home. So phonetically decodable are books that we can see all the phonemes in and we can sound out all the words based on the phonemes we've learnt in Year R. So now Mrs Brownlie's got her detective glass. She's got some writing. What sounds am I going to look for? Now you might like to choose a sound that you find it a bit tricky to remember or to spot when you're reading, or you might just like to choose any sound from the sounds that we've learnt in Year R. Mrs Brownlie has decided that she is going to use the k sound. So because I'm looking for the k sound, I'm going to write it on a piece of paper so I don't forget it. Now I've chosen to write my phoneme in red because in a minute I'm going to underline that phoneme using the red pen. Because I'm feeling a bit clever today and that I would like a challenge, I'm also going to spot common exception words whilst being a phonics detective. And I'm going to be looking for a common exception word, the. Here we go. Whoops, Mrs Brownlie's papers. Now, so I remember the word that I'm looking for. I'm going to put it in front of me. And so I remember the digraph, 2 letters making one sound that I'm looking for. I'm going to put that there in front of me. I've got my spyglass and I've got my coloured pens. So I'm going to use my spyglass to read the words. Is, the. That's one of my common exception words I'm looking for. Okay, I'm just going to put a little green dot above that because we don't usually underline our common exception words. We don't want to get confused. Is the truck. Truck. That's got the k sound in. I'm going to put in the sound button. There it is. It's a digraph. So we use a line when we're sound buttoning a digraph. Is the truck stuck? Stuck. There's another one. I'm going to underline it. Okay. Is the truck stuck? Toad. Toad. Hops. Hops. Up. Up. The. There's the again. Hill. Toad hops up the hill. Using my finger to follow the words that I'm reading so I keep my place and I know which word I'm concentrating on. She is in luck. Luck. There's another k sound. Put in my sound button. I can see the common exception word, the truck. 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 There's the k sound again. Put in that sound button. I must get up the hill. I've read it all. I've found 1, 2, 3, 4 common exception words that say the, and I found the digraph k 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Found it 4 times in the work that I was reading. Oh, I feel really chuffed with myself. Wow. So I've been a phoneme detective whilst reading. Now there's other ways we could be a phoneme detective as well. Maybe one of your grown-ups or somebody at home could read out some writing for you. I'm going to use the same writing, and that's absolutely okay. But you might like to try this way of being a phoneme detective using something different to read. Now, for this phoneme detective game, I don't really need my spyglass, but what I do need is my listening ears. I'm going to listen to the common exception word the, and I'm going to listen out for the k digraph. And when somebody reads something to me, I'm going to do an action. Mrs Brownlie's a bit forgetful though, so Mrs Brownlie's got an idea. When I hear the, I'm going to put my hands on the head, and I've drawn a picture of somebody putting their hands on their head, so I'll put that by the, and then I'll remember that's the action I've got to do. And when I hear the k digraph, I'm going to touch my nose. So I've drawn a picture of the action I'm going to do to remind me. Now, I'm hoping that these aren't going to blow away. It's a little bit windy outside and the wind is blowing through the door. So I'll put those there. Hopefully I'll keep them in place. Okay, ready. I'm ready to listen to what's going to be read.
Is the truck stuck?
Oh, whoops! I forgot which one I was going to do. Okay, I'm ready for the next one.
Toad hops up the hill.
Okay, I'm ready for the next one.
She is in luck.
The and a luck.
I can see the truck.
I remembered my actions. When I heard the common exception word the, I put my hands on my head, and when I heard the k digraph, I touched my nose. Wow, that was fun. I think I'm ready to be a phoneme detective in another way. I'm going to go outside to do this job. I need a piece of chalk, and I'm going to write down the common exception word the, and I'm going to write down the digraph k. Come with me. Let's see what we're going to do next. I'm writing the common exception word the, just with a piece of chalk on my patio. Okay, and in this patio square, I'm going to write the digraph k. Nice tall letter. Round we go and kick out. Okay, now this time when I hear the common exception word the, I'm going to jump on the square, and when I hear the common exception word k, I'm going to jump. Oh, it's not a word, it's a digraph. Whoops-a-daisy, Mrs Brownlie, you made a mistake. When I hear the k digraph, I'm going to jump in the k square. Right, are we ready?
Is the truck stuck?
I like that. Shall we do it again?
Toad hops up the hill.
There was only the common exception word the then. Let's see if we can do another one.
She is in luck.
I just heard the k digraph. Wow. Do you know what? I've heard those words with the k digraph in them so many times, I think I'm ready to do one more thing. Back inside. Now, for this last activity we could do when being a phoneme detective, I need a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, whatever you feel comfortable writing. Now I listened to those sentences quite a few times. So I think I could now think about all the words that I heard the k sound in. And I'm going to have a go at writing them down. Now I remember that the word luck had the k sound in. I'm going to sound it out. L, a, k. L, a, k. I'm going to put my sound buttons in and check. L, a, k. Luck. Well done, Mrs Brownlie. I think you might have got that one right. Practice just one more time. L, a, k. Luck. Sounded it out down my arm, pushed the sounds back into the word. What was another word I heard with that k digraph in? Stuck. Let me try that one. Stuck. Stuck. I can hear s, uck, suck. No, that's not right, Mrs Brownlie. Let's try again. Stuck. Stuck. The first sound I can hear is s. S. That was where it got tricky. Suck. Suck. No, I'm trying to write the word stuck. Stuck. St. It's the t sound. The t is what I need next. Stuck. Ah! That's the next sound I can hear. Ah! And the last sound I could hear was k. It's that k digraph again. Okay. Stuck. Now don't forget, if you're feeling a little bit worried about this, not sure what those graphemes look like for the phonemes that you can hear, you can always have a go at using a sound mat, because that will always help you so that you know how to form your letters. Uck, luck, stuck, stuck. What other words did we hear when we were listening and reading those sentences? It was about a frog. Truck. There was truck in it. Let me think about that. Truck. Okay, my first sound. T. T. Truck. 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 That last sound I can hear. It's that k sound again. Oh, I'm seeing a bit of a pattern here. I can see that the k sound is always coming at the end of my words. T, k. If I put my sound buttons in as well. Now the other word that I was listening out for, it wasn't a sound, it was a common exception word. It was the word the. I'm going to practice writing that too. Can't sound that one out, just have to know it, because it doesn't sound how it looks. There we go. Practice writing the word the. Now if you're feeling really brave and really want to have a challenge, maybe you could choose one of those words and try and write it in a sentence or a short phrase. You might write something like black truck. Oh, I found another word with the k sound in. I'm going to try writing that one. B, a, k. B, a, k. B, a, k. Black. Black. And I was writing truck. Black truck. T, a, k. T, a, k. Truck. Black truck. I've written a phrase. Can I be really brave and write a sentence? Let me think. I've got one. Planning it. The dog is stuck. The dog is stuck. Sentence with 4 words. I need a new bit of paper I'm going to turn over. The first word was the. The. The dog. Dog was the next word in my sentence. De. O. G. The dog is. What's the last word in my sentence again? The dog is. The dog is stuck. The dog is stuck. Now, I remember when I planned my sentence, there needed to be 4 words. The dog is stuck. I'm going to check that I wrote all 4 words down. The dog is stuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did it, turtles and lobsters and anyone else that's watching. I wrote a sentence. The dog is stuck, using one of the digraphs that I'd chosen when I was a phoneme detective. Now, your turn. Why don't you have a go at being a phoneme detective? Think of the sounds that you want to find, and remember, you can use any book, or maybe a grown-up at home would like to write some sentences for you, and you can use those. Try Bug Club or use any of the books that you've got at home. Have fun! See you soon!